know what time it is. Fright Friday. Fright Friday. Now, if you don't know what Fright Friday is, we got a problem. You don't know what Fright Friday is? You deserve that smack. But if you honestly don't know what Fright Friday is by now, it's a series where every Friday I get on here and we watch some scary videos handpicked by me. But if you guys want to recommend some videos for me to watch, go ahead and put the name of the video and the link in the comments, or send it. Can I talk? Send it to me. I'll put it down here. Send it to me on my Instagram. Now let's go ahead and get into this first animation. What are you still doing here? Move, weirdo.
I like this beat, this is groovy bag. I heard Corona hitting hard, I need a Gucci mask. Cajun style seafood boy like the juicy crab.
Alright, so this first animation is actually called Horror Story About My Haunted House by Wanty Entertainment. So you know who that is. This gotta be good. This gotta be good. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Boy.
This happened when I was around 7 years old. My parents have been divorced since I was 4, and I stayed with my mom. 3 years later, when my mom got married again, we moved out of our small apartment and rented a bigger one. It was pretty nice. It had a huge living room that was connected to a kitchen with no doors, so I could see the inside of the kitchen while I was sitting in the living room. As we were about to spend our first night in the new apartment, I decided to stay in the living room alone and watch some TV before going to bed. 1 or 2 hours later, I finally got tired and began dozing
I'd rather
off.
be quiet like that.
However, as soon as I began to fall asleep, I started hearing noises coming from the kitchen. It sounded as if the cabinets were opening, the plates were being moved around, and knives were being sharpened. At first, I thought that my mom was in the kitchen, but when I opened my eyes and turned around, there was no one there. I even got up and went to the kitchen, and as I turned on the lights, everything was in its place. So I tried going back to sleep.
Heck nah.
But after all that, I kept waking up
Ain't no
due
going
to
to sleep
several
after
nightmares.
that.
Sometimes I would even beg my stepdad to stay with me until I fell asleep, but he didn't hear any noises coming from the kitchen and didn't take me too seriously. Well, this went on until we started smelling something weird inside the living room.
Smelling something
It wasn't
weird?
as bad at first, but as the days went by, the stench got worse. It smelled as if something was rotting. We turned the whole house upside down trying to find the source of it, until we realized it was coming from the wall. We figured that a rat or something died inside the wall, so we hired someone to get that thing out of there. But what the guy told us was shocking. There was no space in the wall. It was all brick. Furthermore, the only thing that was behind the wall was the outside. At that moment, my parents remembered the noises I heard and the nightmares. They asked a priest to come visit us and pray for the house. So when he arrived at our house, he prayed and sprayed some holy water around, but it didn't seem to do anything. A few weeks later, my mom went into labor and had my baby brother. He would cry so much in his sleep that his face would often turn blue and red. Crying at night is usually common behavior for babies, but this was more extreme. My parents were both sleep deprived, and the living room still reeked of something rotten, like a dead body. So I had to sleep in my stepdad's office room. We couldn't stand being there anymore, so the next day we asked a psychic.
Hold on, I was about to say.
When she came into our house, she walked around with one of those aroma sticks. The smoke was grayish white, as she walked from room to room, but as soon as she entered the living room, it turned black. She then started reading some prayers and spells and told us that someone was killed in this apartment. She also said that the ghosts were feeling uncomfortable with our presence, and they especially didn't like kids. Then she pointed at me and my baby brother.
Oh, heck no.
After
Oh, heck
she
no.
left our home, we
Oh,
were all
shoot.
terrified. So my parents called the person who we rented the apartment from and confronted him about what we just learned. To our surprise, he confessed that it was true and apologized for giving us that haunted apartment for a very cheap price. After that, we moved out and the paranormal activity was not experienced again. However, this memory gives me chills up to this day.
Shoot, it would give me chills too. Like what? Hold on, bro. What do you mean? I can't.
Hold on. I like this beat, this is groovy back. I heard Corona hitting hard, I need a Gucci mask. Cajun style seafood boy like the.
Alright, so the second animation, or video if you would call it, it's called Cloven by Altered. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. Oh man. Something in my eye, bro. What's going on?
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
Why is he in the screen? Yeah, smoking that cancer stick. My man been vibing all night to the radio. Yeah.
في هذه بعد.
Where's he going? Rule number one.
يا مرة تحت.
Rule number one. Never stop when you see somebody in the side of the street at night. What is going on?
محتاجين مساعدة. هذه المحطة ما تشتغل. المحطة دي ما تشتغل. تبينا وصلك قدام أقرب محطة قريب من الديرة. تفضلي تعالي.
This dude. Hey bro, why he staring at me like that? Why was he? I'm sorry. I keep pausing it. I can already see how this is about to go. Watch. There's a creepy person on the side of the road. I'm just gonna pull over real quick. Come in. Why don't you come in? Come in. Yeah. Yeah, man. You better be glad I was driving down this road, or nobody would have seen you. I really don't know why I did all that, but let's continue.
شو قاعدة انت في هالليل في هالمكان؟ ما حولك احد، مكان يخوف، ما حد، هاي محطة ما تشتغل. الله يهداك بس ما تخافين على روحك انتي.
Why was she staring at it? Wait, was she just staring at him there?
مسامحها ما حطيت بالي حق المرض. سامحيني يا بنتي، ما شفت المطب.
Sorry, man. Oh, I didn't notice that bump on your leg right there. On that leg right.
ايش فيها الفيديو؟ برجع يشتغل بروحه. خلنا نحطه على القرآن. اي طول عليه.
Oh, is this Parasite? Yo, this is Parasite. You can't tell me she ain't look like can't tell me she didn't look like one of them things off of Parasite. You can't tell me that.
Hold on. I like this beat, this is groovy bag. I heard Corona hitting hard, I need a Gucci mask. Cajun style seafood boy like the juicy crab.
Alright, so this third animation is actually called Perfume by a channel named Being Scared. So you see, he has a good amount of subscribers. I've never seen anything from him, but I feel like this is gonna be good, so let's hop into it.
Following a trail through the snowy woods on a cold winter night, suddenly, the strong scent of a woman's perfume, just in one particular spot.
That's weird though.
I was past it before it really registered. That's odd, I thought. I stepped back. Yes, I could smell it. I took another step, and the smell was gone. When I stood in one particular spot, I could smell.
At that point, that's where you. Let me stop.
Smell it. But one step either way, there was nothing. And the trail did not intersect with another. I stepped off the trail into the deep snow, and sure enough, no scent to the left or the right. The night was still.
Who's that over there? Who?
Still, no wind. A chill went down my spine. By this time I was looking around to see if maybe someone was hurt off the trail, or even if there was a body nearby. I called out. No response. I called again, listening carefully. and I stood there, wondering what to do. And then I carried on, with my hair standing up on my neck, looking back over my shoulder.
I would have been.
You know what? I just realized I had never looked up into the trees.
Huh? What? What?
Hold on. I like this beat, this is groovy bag. I heard Corona hitting hard, I need a Gucci mask. Cajun style seafood boy like the juicy crack.
Alright, so this last animation we're gonna watch today is called I Can't Believe What My Husband Did to Me. No homo. By Wansi Entertainment. So, let's go.
My name is Samantha. I'm just a regular woman with a husband and 2 kids. I met my husband at the high school we both attended, and we got married after graduation. I got pregnant shortly after, and had to get a cesarean section during my delivery. Luckily, both babies and I are in good health. We have been living a happy life. However, something creepy happened to me a few days ago. Well, Kate became crazy. Kate was one of my best friends since high school, and I've always known her to be a nice, shy, and pretty quiet girl. A few weeks ago, we had our school reunion. I met my classmates again after about 10 years since graduation. Everything went fine, and we had a good time until Kate joined us. When she came in, she looked like she hadn't slept in several weeks and smelled really bad. Everyone just stood there, frozen, until Kate took out a knife from her pocket. Everyone screamed, and then she ran towards my direction.
Yo, what?
Samantha, you'll die for what you did to me. All of a sudden, the police entered through the big glass sliding door and jumped on Kate. The chills hit me as she growled like a dog. Then the police said that she had some kind of mental problem and just escaped from a mental asylum a few hours ago. I had no idea what was wrong with her, and I was just wondering what had happened to her. And I felt really sorry for her because she had changed so much. A few days later, someone called me on my phone. It was an old lady claiming that she was a nurse at the local mental asylum. She wanted to talk to me about something related to Kate. Since I had nothing to do, I decided to visit the asylum. As soon as I got there, the old lady greeted me, and she guided me into a room divided by a window, like the meeting rooms in jails. On the other side, there she was, Kate. She was tied up to a chair. I could hear her continuously mumble. Then the old woman walked in and said, "She is here, sweetie." As Kate slowly looked up and into my eyes, she started to scream at me with wide open and bloody big eyes. "They are mine. You stole them. You must suffer for it."
What?
I didn't understand what was happening. What was Kate talking about? Then the old lady returned next to me and said, "Miss Samantha, you have a husband and 2 kids, right?" I nodded. She sighed and then whispered, "Well, I have to say this. One of them is not yours." My heart sank as she continued. "You said that you had a cesarean section before, but half of your memory is not true. One boy is her kid. To be more specific, he's Kate and your husband's son. Just after she gave birth, she got a huge shock and threw her baby to the ground, which eventually made the workers in the hospital suspect that she was not stable. That's
What the-
why she has been in this room since that very day, except for a few days ago, when she escaped to the reunion, back to the kids. Since Kate was locked in this place, your husband took the kid. He fooled you to believe that both are your kids. Kate finally noticed that her baby was gone, so she escaped from here to find you and your husband.
Whoa.
I just stood there in a state of shock, just staring at her empty eyes. My husband was a kind person, but now I finally realized that he lied to me and even cheated on me with my ex-best friend. I returned to my home, and since then, I haven't told anyone about
That's tough.
this yet. Well, to be more specific, I couldn't. Both my kids still believe that I'm their real mom. If I reveal to my husband the fact that I know all of this, my family will be ruined. So, what should I do?
That's crazy. Like, imagine. Just imagine. Just imagine. Alright, that's gonna have to wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, subscribe to become a Shaolin warrior. My Shaolin warrior gang, yes sir. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.
Hold on. I like this beat, this is groovy bag. I heard Corona hitting hard, I need a Gucci mask. Cajun style seafood boy like the juicy crab. Bro just got an Airbnb with a jacuzzi bag. Hold on. Okay. I ain't sending my location, got the groupies mad. I told her come through this bitch, pulled up with a moving bag. Boy, I know a boxer let her swipe, he tried to punch her bag.